Giving you story after story, everything is true. Some things are kinda scary, so what you gonna do? Cause that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes we spit scripture, line upon line, not discussing wickedness, but what is divine. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tales from the Sipp. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tales from the Sipp. Episode 81. Yeah. Got a little something I want to tell you today. Little old topic. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You see the title? The first time I ever smoked. It's a trip, man. Because, you know, this happened back when I was like 8 years old, man. I so-called smoked. Yeah. You know, back in the day, so where I grew up at, it was real country, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, my uncle had he had a farm and all that, had gardens and he had animals and all this and that. So, you know what I'm saying? We used to play around in the woods all the time. Me and my people, when we were children, you know. Now, it ain't like that now. It's city around there now. You know what I'm saying? It been that way, like the city, by the time I turned 10, it started getting, 10, 11, 12, you know, buildings started going up everywhere and all this and that. But anyway, so we was sitting around, watching, we had older cousins that were like 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. Like I said, I'm 8 years old. My brother that was next to me, he was 6. And then, my other little brother, he was a baby. So he was in the house with my mama, probably drinking milk. That's why, i.e., we call him Milk. We call him Milk today. All he did was drink milk. Even when he got older, he was always talking about drinking milk. But, that's neither here nor there. Now, back to the story. So, we watching our older cousin now, and they used to do some crazy stuff, man. You know how, people used to buy it, they still sell it today. It's them, like it's called bugler or top. How they had on rolling papers and stuff, man. And you put the tobacco in there and roll it up. Okay. So I seen some of my older people have that, you know what I'm saying? They put the tobacco in there and roll it up and smoke it. So us, being stupid, watching somebody do it. Our older cousin them did this though. So this is the reason why we did it. I ain't gonna say no names, but they know who they are. They know who they are today. Now, they get some leaves off the trees and crush the things up and put it in that paper and roll it up. So, us not knowing no better, we're thinking, hey, we're gonna do the same thing. Now, there was times like that me and my brother stole one of my mom and dad's cigarettes. We went down in the woods, lit it up, and call ourselves trying to smoke it, about to choke ourselves to death. But this time, this the main time I'm talking about. So one day we were walking up the street. All the older people at work. You know what I'm saying? Our aunts, uncles, and daddy, mama. My mama was somewhere. She probably was at the store or something. So we passed by a tree, little bush, ourselves. Got the leaves and started, you know, crunching the leaves up. You know, you get the green leaf, but you know how the leaf, in the fall, leaves be brown. So you get the brown leaf and crunch it up. And it crunch up like. So we put it in the paper and tried to roll it up and smoke it. So after we did that, you got cheering to do stupid stuff. Well, that's what we did. We smoked it, call ourselves trying to do it. Coughing and all this and that. Same way with that cigarette we stole that day. And went out in the woods trying to hide, smoked that cigarette. Because, our daddy, what I'm saying, he ain't pay attention to, how many cigarettes missing out of the pack. No, you can't really tell. Who count they cigarettes, man? But at the same time, I want to ask you, how many of y'all ever thought about when you were little, you know, if you smoke, what I'm saying, tried to smoke, you got some leaves off the tree and tried to smoke it. It wasn't no maple leaf or nothing. It was like a leaf come off like a gum tree or like you know, a oak tree, you know what I'm saying? That would come off of. Yeah. But yeah, we did that, man. And then guess what? We didn't think that made sense after that. It was kind of stupid. We felt it was stupid, so we didn't do that no more. We just kept trying to steal cigarettes and go down in the woods and smoke them. But we ain't smoke like inhale it. We just and blow it right back out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't go in our lungs. But children do some dumb things, don't it? You see people do stuff and you always try to mimic stuff they do. You like, hey, it's cool when they do it. So why not I do it myself? That's the crazy thing about it, man. So, the thing is, we might have did that one or two more times, but then, when I was growing up, I couldn't stand the smell of cigarettes after that. I couldn't stand the smell of it. But, you know, we did that. Sure did. Moral of the story is, hey man, you have to watch your children, man, because they see other children doing stuff or adults doing stuff, and they're going to try it out themselves. You can't hide them from everything, but you know what I'm saying? Children are very impressionable, especially to, by those that they really look up to. And the second part about that is you have to watch what you do in front of your children. Because if you got bad habits, they're going to pick up them bad habits too. The best teacher is one that leads by example, not just, how we were growing up. A lot of times people would tell their children, don't do as I do, but do what I say. That ain't gonna never work, man. That ain't gonna never work. You got to be able to, your children got to be able to see you lead by example. Yes, sir. But that's all I have for you today. Tales from the Sipp, episode 81. First time I ever smoked. Yeah. Tales from the Sipp. But yeah, be on the lookout for Tales from the Sipp, episode 82. I got another one coming for you. Yes, sir. Till next time. Hey, man, watch what you do in front of children and don't allow them to, you know what I'm saying, see negative things and expect positive results. Yes, sir. Peace out.
That's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes your boy may go way back in the day, talk about experiences and the games that he played. And that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Hey.